My goodness. All right, I want to get my panel to weigh in. Evan, let's start with you. Possible airstrikes in the Philippines, and it's not like dozens more troops, it's just dozens more Marines in Afghanistan. Are we not missing a strategy? If I were a Marine making my way into Afghanistan, I'd sure as hell want to know the game plan.
Yeah, we haven't had a strategy in Afghanistan for years. This goes back to the prior administration. We have...
But the prior administration said, this is complicated, let me pull back.
They did start to pull back, but they still weren't going to pull out completely.
True.
Which the president is rumored to be wanting to do because he's gotten frustrated with Defense Secretary Mattis and General McMaster. And he was saying, well, listen, you guys are doing this review, and it's just like when that time the 21 Club restaurant had a review too, and they came back with nothing. He's dissatisfied because he doesn't get something that is a black and white, simple decision.
Ask the waiters, not the consultants, cannot be the answer when you're talking about this sort of geopolitics.
Look, this is a clear example of why, like, the travel ban and the Muslim ban doesn't make sense, because ISIS is not just a Middle Eastern problem with brown Muslim people. It's all over the world, and we have to be much more sophisticated in how we battle it. And here's the thing. I also think this is problematic, because this is an example of one dictator being helped by someone who wants to be a dictator down the road. Duarte is a problem. He is a human rights violator par excellence. Everyone on the planet has said, look, this guy brags about extrajudicial killings. I mean, you have a president...
By his own hand.
By his own hands, who's like, I killed him myself. You know, it's like a Jim Webb sort of thing. So you really have to be careful when you're dealing with providing military support to that kind of leader, because he's definitely going to use it to go against his internal political enemies.
I don't think he's going to use U.S. drones and U.S. drone strikes to take out his own political enemies. I think the U.S. is going to be a little more careful in who they use or who they drop.
The possibility that we would have to work with them and determine, hey, where do we have to fight? Where do we have to bomb? You don't think Duarte is going to try and use that to his advantage? I mean, the United States, we're in their territory. We're asking for their assistance. And that's part of the problem with working with those kinds of dictators. Even if you're fighting ISIS, we have to be clear and present about the kind of people that we're allying with.
All right, we have to leave it there, because when we come back, we have to talk about a different region.